Most solo creators think they have a content problem. They don't. They lack a scalable system. Because without a system, content creation is inconsistent. You open 15 tabs. You start writing 3 different things. You publish inconsistently. Then you disappear for 2 weeks, only to come back and start all over again. And the worst part, you think the solution is another AI tool. But the creators actually growing right now aren't creating more content. They're working according to a system. Today's video is based on the blog post written by Alistair. The content was fed into Notebook LLM to produce the explainer video. The voice for this video was generated in 11 labs. Although the content is AI generated, the concept and research was checked and vetted by Alistair. Enjoy the video and look for the free resource in the description below. If you're a bootstrapper, solo founder, creator, or one-person business, this is probably familiar. You know content matters. You know consistency matters. But creating content every day feels impossible when you're also trying to run the business itself. So what happens? You post randomly. You rely on motivation. You burn out. And eventually your content strategy collapses. The problem is that most people are trying to create content manually, piece by piece, platform by platform. But the smarter approach is to build a repeatable content system you can actually follow. A system where one core idea becomes a blog post, a YouTube video, short-form clips, emails, LinkedIn posts, Reddit discussions, Pinterest pins, and more, without starting from scratch every single time. So in this video, I'll break down the exact workflow, the structure behind it, and how to use AI the right way. Not as a replacement for strategy, but as a production process inside your system.
Welcome to today's explainer. Come on in, step into my office, and grab a seat. Today, I'm putting on my veteran content strategist hat. Look, if you're a solo founder trying to bootstrap your business, I know exactly what your content habits look like right now, and frankly, they're chaotic. You're stressed, you're winging it, and you're basically living in this constant state of reactive content creation, probably fueled entirely by cold coffee and a mild sense of panic. Well, today we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna mentor you right out of the chaos and show you exactly how to run a one-person content team using AI. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We're gonna cover the solo founder's reality, the 5-layer architecture, the Monday creation checklist, the repurpose and distribute workflow, how to scale your platform presence, and finally, 3 system-killing mistakes.
Section 1, the solo founder's reality.
Let's be painfully honest for a second about your reality right now. You probably have a blog post sitting half-finished in one browser tab, some AI tool open in another, and a Canva template you started 3 weeks ago that's just gathering digital dust in your drafts. You push out a giant burst of content for 3 weeks, feel great about it, and then you completely ghost your audience for 2. So why do solo founders fail at content consistency? It is absolutely vital to understand that you aren't lazy, you're not missing some magic gene that mega creators have. The real reason you drop the ball the second life gets busy is simply that you're reacting instead of systemizing. You're trying to do everything on the fly with very limited time and an even more limited budget.
And that brings us to a hard truth, perfectly captured by Alistair. The problem was never tool scarcity. We're drowning in tools. I mean, think about it. Every single week, there's a new viral AI tool promising to replace your entire team. You download it, play with it for 10 minutes, and then it just sits there. Because tools don't solve your core issue. What you are actually missing is a repeatable workflow.
Section 2, the 5-layer content architecture.
That lack of workflow is exactly why we need a structured system to effectively replace a massive team. A traditional content team is incredibly expensive. You've got a strategist, a writer, an editor, a graphic designer, a video editor, an SEO specialist. It's a lot. Every person operates like a cog in a machine. But when you're a solo operator, you are literally all of those roles at once. The solo system we're building today flips the script. It is entirely front-loaded. AI does the heavy lifting of production, while you handle the high-level stuff like strategy, voice, and quality control.
Here are the 5 layers that make up this architecture. Layer 1 is your core idea, meaning one focused topic per week. And listen closely to this. This topic must tie directly to product revenue metrics, like lead captures or free trial signups, not just vanity page views. Ask yourself, what specific problem does my product solve, and how can this topic lead my audience to that exact solution? Layer 2 is the anchor asset, your main long-form piece. Layer 3 is the repurposing engine, where AI extracts all your different formatting. Layer 4 is your distribution stack, and Layer 5 is the automation layer, which handles all the repetitive scheduling.
Section 3, the Monday creation checklist.
Now that we've got the architecture down, let's shift into tactical execution. Consider this your printable checklist for the deep work required to fuel your entire week. This is your Monday creation block. It's a sacred 3 to 4 hour window where the heavy creative lifting happens. First, you take 15 minutes to choose a topic tied directly to your business revenue goals. Then you brief the AI with your context and build out an outline. Crucially, you then spend 20 minutes editing that draft to inject your unique human voice. Finally, you record your video using that asset as a script, and you strip the audio for your podcast.
Now, you might be thinking, wow, that sounds like a massive amount of writing. But the reality is, it only takes 60 to 90 minutes to build your AI anchor asset. By feeding an AI writing tool like Claude or ChatGPT a strong one-sentence brief, along with your target audience context, you can generate a really rich, structured 1,500 to 3,000 word post. Remember, you are acting as the editor here, not the staring at a blank page writer.
Section 4, repurpose and distribute workflow. Once Monday's heavy lifting is totally done, we see how that single asset acts as a catalyst for everything else. Here's your new weekly rhythm. We've established Monday is your deep creation day. Tuesday then becomes your AI repurposing and Canva design day. Wednesday is dedicated strictly to distribution and scheduling, and Thursday through Sunday, you are just coasting and community engagement mode. By batching your tasks exactly like this, you completely eliminate the stress of context switching. You know exactly what mindset you need to be in each day, making your execution almost automatic. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer output multiplication you achieve here. From just one anchor blog post, you run an AI repurposing session on Tuesday using tools like Opus Clip for short videos or Canva for graphics, and suddenly you have a YouTube video, a podcast, 4 short video scripts for Reels or TikTok, 8 Pinterest pins, 4 community questions for Reddit, a LinkedIn post, a Twitter thread, and a newsletter. That is 23 specific assets, all born from one single strategic input on Monday. Absolutely incredible. Section 5, scaling your platform presence. Looking at 23 assets can naturally induce a little bit of panic, especially as a solo operator. So here is your step-by-step plan to transition from just 2 platforms to 10 without burning out. Step 1, start with only 2 to 3 platforms that actually drive revenue for your business. Do not try to be everywhere at once. Step 2, master the weekly repurposing loop for those platforms first. Step 3, and this is vital, leverage automation tools like NN, Make.com, or AFTT. These tools are what enables zero-touch publishing, automatically pushing your queued content out. Only after you've done all that do you move to step 4 and start adding new platforms progressively. Section 6, 3 system-killing mistakes. To wrap up this mentoring session, let's talk survival. I've seen way too many motivated solo creators abandon this exact framework because they fall into a few predictable traps. Here are the 3 fatal errors you must avoid. First, skipping the anchor asset. When you're rushed, you might just want to ask AI for a quick Twitter thread. Don't do it. The long-form piece is the strategic investment that makes everything else coherent. Second, publishing AI output without editing. That 20-minute human editing pass we talked about for Monday is absolutely non-negotiable. Unedited AI is smooth, but it's soulless. You must inject your friction and opinions. And third, trying to build for every single platform at once right from week 1. Just don't. So the crucial point is captured beautifully in this final thought from Alistair Vermock. That is not a content strategy. That is a content engine. When you respect the anchor asset, when you edit for authenticity, and when you batch your work across the week, this system compounds. It becomes an engine that funds your business and gives you the true freedom of a location-independent lifestyle. I am challenging you right now to stop winging it. Take this blueprint, start the system, and commit to running it for just 4 straight weeks. Honestly, just watch what happens to your consistency and your metrics. So I'll leave you with this question to answer right now. What will your anchor asset be next Monday? Pick your topic, set your calendar, and go build your engine. Welcome to